Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Moon versus I should stop moving away from the microphone so much while being expressive. Moon versus LawLiet. This game taking place on Concealed Hill. All right, a great matchup here between Moon and LawLiet, two of the biggest names in Warcraft 3 playing Night Elf. I believe this was taken from the NetEase servers. I'm not 100% sure. I need to remember what anti-monitor is. I believe it is the observer in the NetEase servers that allows you to watch some games and, well, have a lot of fun. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in a Night Elf versus Night Elf mirror match. For all of you guys who were expecting me to be on Twitch this morning, my apologies. Just, well, waking up at 5:30 every morning starts to take a little bit of a toll to try and do everything. So taking a little bit out of my lunch break to get in a bit of casting done, just because I do want to keep up on my channel for all of you avid followers who do like and subscribe to my videos. If you guys have not done so, please consider doing so as things are getting underway. All right, down to a minute and 55. Let's go ahead and slow things down as a Moon should be picking up a Priestess of the Moon going up against, I believe, a Demon Hunter. All right, so Demon Hunter versus Priestess of the Moon. This is a much more classical matchup, and we'll see what really comes of this. The Priestess of the Moon is a stronger hero at leading the army. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is your, well, anti-hero hero. He's able to shut down enemy heroes with that mana burn and is very powerful at level 6 as well. On the contrary, though, the Priestess of the Moon with True Shot Aura and Searing Arrows actually deals quite a bit of damage. And now, if we see perhaps some mana burn come across as well, and we'll see what's going to be coming across here as the Archer now tries to retreat all the way back. Priestess of the Moon currently at +3 damage. The Searing Arrow or the True Shot Aura damage, perhaps one of the weakest auras in the game, only giving damage bonus to range units, but at the same time, well, the Priestess of the Moon doesn't really have that high damage to begin with, 21 to 31 damage compared to 23 to 45 range damage, and the armor on both of those currently sitting at 7. All right, Demon Hunter and the Priestess of the Moon still wandering around pretty freely and regularly here, as the Demon Hunter has yet to really tech up any abilities. Coming back through, we are looking at a second Ancient of War coming online. Are we going to perhaps get a detonation? No detonation. They're trying to aggro the creeps, and he does, in fact, aggro the creeps to get the Ancient of War to pull over, or the Rock Golem to pull over to that Ancient of War. A little bit of damage will be done there. Shadow Melding, Dust of Appearance picked up by the Priestess of the Moon, denying shopping for that Demon Hunter right there. Coming back around, the Ancient of War is absorbing quite a bit of damage. He needs to get in some repairs as in comes the Huntress as well to absorb some of that damage. All right, Ancient of War going to go ahead and uproot, already down to 390 hit points. That is a little bit of a dangerous proposition and situation as the Priestess of the Moon wants to get this Ancient of War, well, properly tanking to get to level 2. Off to the north, the Demon Hunter has now shifted into creeping as well, going after this giant Sea Turtle creep camp. All right, a little bit of damage being done here. Ancient of War down to the south, training up some more Huntresses. So dual Ancients of War, Moon placing those Ancients of War in positions where both of them could do a little bit of creeping that helps support this Priestess. Priestess does also have some Searing Arrows as well, and the question oftentimes is whether or not you really want to use those Searing Arrows. The reason being is if the Priestess of the Moon ends up taking damage, well, and you try to go back to your Moon Wells will be replenishing hit points and mana. At this point and stage in the game, you normally just want to be replenishing hit points, as the Archers are going to go in for a possible block right here, Shadow Meld block, but there is also, an Entangled unit there. The Entangled unit should actually be revealed to the Overlord, but he's actually engaging against the other unit here. All right, a little bit of a trapping situation during Nightfall. Beautiful play by LawLiet as we're looking at more heals coming underway. Overlord trying to get in some additional shockwaves, trying to finish off more of these units. There's a mana burn to try and take it down, and it does end up getting taken down, giving endurance aura to the Demon Hunter. We also see a Brewmaster has joined in on the battle. A little bit of additional damage. Priestess of the Moon also has a Scroll of the Beast. Could really rack up more damage on top of that True Shot aura. Breath of Fire coming back around, and damage is just pretty much all over the place. Shadow melding across multiple units. Damage bouncing around onto some of those units. They're draining some of those Moonwells, as the Priestess of the Moon seems to be okay, at least for now, but it could have a little bit of a bad day. Another Breath of Fire coming back across, as the Priestess of the Moon does need to retreat. Priestess of the Moon now trying to run away. Endurance aura allowing faster movement speed, as the Demon Hunter may be able to catch up to that Priestess of the Moon if not careful. Down to 15 hit points as the Huntress tries to get into harm's way and try to get in some body block. Another mana burn would have been far too much, as the Priestess of the Moon now retreats back home. All right, we can see 2 Moonwells completely drained, replenishing hit points and mana. Huntress going to go ahead and do the same exact thing, as we may be getting the tech to tier 2. Nope, no tech to tier 2 coming in from Moon. Meanwhile, LawLiet is already at tier 2 with that, obviously, with that second hero. Priestess of the Moon not getting any bonus experience, though, for being a solo hero, as there is only a Tree of Life at this point and stage in the game. All right, a little bit of bonus here by clearing out that Ogre Lord. That Forest Troll High Priest was relatively low on mana, and well, without that Ogre Lord there, the Priestess of the Moon is going to be able to clear out the remaining creep camp fairly quickly. And what is this? Moon setting up an expansion right in the middle of the map already. Concealed Hill is, well, a pretty important map here, as the Priestess of the Moon gets mana burn, and now the Demon Hunter being forced to retreat all the way back. Level 1 mana burn there. Panda sitting at level 1 does have a potion of invulnerability, as we are now looking into a Glaive Thrower pressure to try, at tier 1 still. Improved bows are being added. No level 1 weapons upgrades and armor upgrades for the Huntresses, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter, the Priestess of the Moon trying to pick up a Scroll of Healing as well, and maybe pushing on out. Glaive Thrower trying to retreat back from the Demon Hunter. Goblin Zeppelin may be necessary in order to protect that, protect that Glaive Thrower, as it now makes its way back off to the north. All the meanwhile, this is pressure happening right here in the game here, as we're looking at, well, massive Moonwells being drained. All right, a lot of pressure coming back across. Breath of Fire going down onto multiple units here, as we're looking at so many Huntresses putting in pressure once more. Priestess of the Moon is actually in a lot of trouble. Where is it going to go? It goes up to level 4. May have to hide in the Zeppelin. What is it doing at this point? Able to hide in the Zeppelin. Going to go ahead and drop back down. Scroll of Healing. Could use a Scroll of the Beast as well to really rack up even more damage. Priestess of the Moon, though, has to consider its options very carefully, trying to pick up units, drop them off, and, well, move them around. The Priestess of the Moon could have hopped over here to this side, as there was a lot of foot traffic inside the base. LawLiet sitting at 20 over 50 supply, doesn't have a very large army at all. Moon has a much larger army, but that Priestess of the Moon does not have a Scroll of Town Portal and could suffer at the hands of his opponent. We are looking at now quad Ancient of Wars. All right, yeah, I don't believe I've said that in a very long time. We're looking at 4 Ancients of War pumping out archers. Wisp now making their way across, as we are entangling the center gold mine. Moon does not have enough workers as of yet. May try to pick up a Goblin Shredder here. Priestess of the Moon needs to heal up considerably as well, as the Huntress is just baiting the Demon Hunter all across the map. Breath of Fire coming down. Wisp now trying to hide here. Where are they going to perhaps go? Repairing that Goblin Zeppelin, and perhaps going to repair that Glaive Thrower if it does, well, leave the confines of, or the cargo bay of that Goblin Zeppelin. Coming back through, Entangled Goldmine nearly completed as well, and the economic advantage for Moon is just going to continue to grow. Meanwhile, we're looking at Ancient of Wars with that Nature's Blessing, additional armor, and faster movement speed to try to get into position. All right, what is happening here? Another Goblin Zeppelin ready to drop on in behind enemy lines, so to speak. Ancients of War getting into position as well, as the Priestess of the Moon picks up a Scroll of Town Portal and now is trying to run away, but trying to outrun a Demon Hunter with Endurance Aura, even if it is the weaker version of that Endurance Aura, is quite difficult. 7% movement speed is just enough, as the Demon Hunter unable to finish off that one unit there. All right, Goblin Zeppelin gonna go ahead and drop on inside. This ninja expansion is still mining quite a bit as the Demon Hunter gonna look around inside and perhaps notice that we are now teching the tree of ages, and he must be wondering where is all of that gold going? Where is the gold? The moon should definitely be at tier 2 by now. Why isn't he there yet? Is he gonna find that expansion? That is gonna be the key thing to keep track of. Meanwhile, where is the Priestess of the Moon? Priestess of the Moon in a different Goblin Zeppelin somewhere. No, in a different Goblin Zeppelin here. Does need to heal back up, taking quite a bit of damage, and then gonna go ahead and Staff of Teleportation away as well, heading back home. Demon Hunter still wandering around here. Goblin Zeppelin feigning pressure into the back of the base here, perhaps trying to cause problems on the Goblin Shredder as the Demon Hunter tries to do a little bit of healing at the fountain during the day. Priestess of the Moon gonna go ahead and engage. There's some mana burns, there's some engagements there. Demon Hunter taking a little bit more damage than he bargained for. Meanwhile, Goblin Zeppelin still looking to do a drop here. Goblin Zeppelin on the other side here. What is Moon doing in multiple places? And LawLiet still does not know about this expansion in the center as an Ancient Protector about to be placed down. All right, Moon is just playing a very tricky game overall as Moonwells are getting destroyed, and LawLiet must be wondering what exactly is Moon doing? How come he is allowing this to happen? Moonwells are incredibly important to heal back up during the after or especially during nightfall. All right. Goblin Zeppelins keeping track of each other. Archers, oh, this could be a problem. Unit's going to go ahead and try and retreat back. This Goblin Zeppelin has 6 Huntresses here and could end up getting shot down if not careful. Demon Hunter still coming back around on the other side here. Priestess of the Moon down to the south. Glaive Throwers off to the north. You cannot see it, but there is a Zeppelin right there as well as the mining is still happening. 51 over 30 supply. Additional Moonwells may be needed. Owl Scouts keeping track of all of these archers right in this position as the Demon Hunter is, well, what is going on here? Tree of Life perhaps going to try and hire up a second hero here in just a moment by teching to tier 2. And now in comes the drop, and in comes the Huntresses. Here comes the Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon also has Scroll of the Beast, can get in some big damage as we're looking at a Goblin Shredder about to get taken down. Ancient of War trying to rush on in. Glaive Throwers coming in from the far side here as the Demon Hunter is one man destroying the base off on the other side of the map. All right, Glaive Throwers still racking up a little bit of damage. In come the Wisp that try and repair as we're going to be looking at some major economic setbacks as the Glaive Bounce is hitting some of those Wisps as well. Ancient of War is trying to come back across. Priestess of the Moon not using the Scroll of the Beast, surprisingly, throughout all this time as the gold mine is no longer entangled. Demon Hunter coming back around, finishes off all of the Moon Wells, but Moon has rebuilt those Moon Wells all across the map everywhere else. So strategically placed Moonwells not all clustered together as the Demon Hunter now runs on by and sees this expansion. All right, this expansion could cause a bit of, or is going to cause some major problems. Moon's secret Death Star base, this hidden base off over here, causing problems and economic instability as Moon still has quite a bit of, well, gold and still has a fairly decent sized army. Demon Hunter actually having a very, very bad day as the Wisp coming over to repair and able to keep that Goblin Shredder alive and well. All right, Goblin Shredder back up to 400 hit points, going to continue to rise here. Meanwhile, Panda is sitting at level 2, will get to level 3, picking up some sentry wards. Panda nearly on the button right there, on the nose, as the Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 4, nearly at level 5. Level 4 or level 5 experience will be giving even more damage bonus for all of those Huntresses, and that's exactly what Moon is hoping to do, getting to level 5. And with that, level 5 is going to really open up the damage on all of these Huntresses, plus 6 damage overall. All right, level 3 True Shot Aura gonna cause problems. Meanwhile, 30 supply army going up against 36. Remember, Moon has more workers, significantly more workers, as Ancients of War also do not count towards the supply limit. Ancients of War hunking, well, like giant trees, able to absorb lots of damage while acting as a frontline guardian against all of these archers. Archers have 18 to 24 damage. They have the improved bows, fast attack speed because of that endurance aura, and that can actually, add up very quickly as well. Ancient of Wars here, both of them have Nature's Blessings, more Ancient Protectors being placed down as the engagement is about to get underway. Coming back around in from the other side, Huntress is going to try to line things up, and here we are throwing in those archer arrows as well. Priestess of the Moon coming back across, no way to easily slow down any of these units. Huntress is able to get in some big bounce damage across the units here, as the Zeppelin was going to go completely unscathed, as only the Priestess of the Moon can shoot it down. Ancient of Wars, however, going to have a very bad day here. They walked such a distance only to see all of their damage dealers behind them gone missing. All right, big damage perhaps across the board here. Ancient of War about to get taken down as Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire causing some problems as well. Priestess of the Moon going to try and retreat back. Ancient Protector should be able to offer a little bit of range support, some piercing damage on these two, against these two level 3 heroes, as Breath of Fire blows over another. Triple Ancient Protectors protecting the middle expansion, and this concealed hill is no longer hidden anymore. Demon Hunter, Panda, gonna go ahead and continue to put in pressure here. We can see, well, some additional creeps getting aggroed as well, trying to finish things off. Tome of Agility for additional damage on that Priestess of the Moon. Is it going to be picked up? Yes, it does. An additional +2 damage, maybe even +3 because of the True Shot aura adding in a little bit more as well. All right, continuing this pressure once again. Demon Hunter and Panda pushing through Ancient of War, trying to eat through these trees and get in a little bit more hit points, as the Ancient of Wars here with their fortified armor and fortified armor greatly reducing the damage from not only the archers but the hero and their heroic damage too. All right, multiple Owl Scouts keeping track of positionings once more, as we still see Goblin Zeppelins ready to drop onto each other here. Moon, oh, a single Hippogriff. Is this Hippogriff going to perhaps poke down the Goblin Zeppelin in the top right? That could be a big deal indeed. Another Goblin Zeppelin trying to make and keep track of everything happening here. Meanwhile, the heroes are coming back around to try and get all of the free experience that is in this Goblin Zeppelin. 3 glaive throwers all going to get dropped down, and then the archer's going to get dropped down as well. A little bit more damage, and there goes another set. More experience given for the Demon Hunter and that Panda. Meanwhile, the Priestess of the Moon, still sitting at level 5, finishes off that Ancient of War. Down to the south, we are now taking the Tree of Eternity. The main base having about 5.5 minutes of mining left. Moon's main base only having 3 minutes of mining. As you remember, there was the untangling of that gold mine with the earlier drop. This game has not gone in any way that I have expected so far. It's unfolding rather interestingly, as the Brewmaster at level 2 Breath of Fire has been able to rack up large amounts of damage. In comes the Hippogriff. The Hippogriff trying to do a run by, but quickly realizing the pattern is full. And, well, the quick flyby, the pattern is full, thereby getting it taken down. All right, Priestess or Huntress is still joining in. Glaive Thrower is going to be joining in on the battle, saying, I too can bring siege damage to the party. And is it going to be enough? Priestess of the Moon trying to put in pressure. Goblin Zeppelin's going to go ahead and pick up and drop back down, as we are now looking at some repairs. Tree of Life taking large amounts of damage, as the Panda going to go ahead and continue to perhaps try to get Breath of Fire. Where is the remaining unit? They are down to the south here, trying to take down this trying to clear up this expansion to set up another base here down at the south. Archers continuing to put in pressure, and the Tree of Life may end up being lost, as a Breath of Fire focuses down and able to take down that Tree of Life, as the Whisper unable to repair. Moon's secret base now, well, very much destroyed, as we're looking at 58 over 90 supply, but with over 1,600 gold in the bank, Moon is not out of this. Moon is by no means done. Demon Hunter continuing to put in this pressure. Demon Hunter or a Panda may be able to level up here, as Ancient of Wars are slowly but surely getting taken down. There goes another and another. 53 supply over 100. This gold mine here is nearly mined out. This gold mine has not yet fully been entangled, as the Huntresses are now making their way off to the north. Could have intercepted some units, but, well, didn't see them in time. Tree of Ages trying to go into Tree of Eternity. Staff of Preservation, and Scroll of Town Portal now bringing home back all of the units. Where are they going to be landing? Breath of Fire goes down, trying to finish off some of those units, as they are, well, slowly attempting to get away. There goes another Huntress there, giving level 4 to to the Brewmaster. All right, Glaive Throwers having a little bit of problems, down to 336 hit points. Is it going to be able to back away? Huntress is 18 to 24, but the Panda there going to be able to put in enough pressure to force that unit back. The Priestess of the Moon has been at 5.1 for quite some time. LawLiet able to get to level 4 on the Panda and getting closer to level 4 on that Demon Hunter. That may be enough to offset everything here as the Priestess of the Moon tries to retreat back again. 2 upgrades, as we could be going to see 3 upgrades here momentarily. Major battle happening perhaps here. Demon Hunter trying to, well, scout everything out here, wondering what is going on, and this could be a surprise trap laying. Here we go. Archers completely getting caught and then getting surrounded there with that Shadow Meld. A Night Elf on Night Elf battle, but the Demon Hunter not recognizing the precarious situation that it was in. More damage going to be coming across. There's some more damage onto some of those fleeing units as the Demon Hunter tries to shut down the Priestess of the Moon, catching those units in open field and being completely surrounded. Suddenly, those archers who don't have very many hit points suffering far too much damage. Huntress is still continuing to engage. Low hit point Huntress trying to retreat back. Scroll of Healing going to keep that Huntress alive, at least for now. 69 supply compared to 38, as LawLiet now with the one with the gold advantage, but may not be able to hold on to it very long unless he can train up more units. Ancient of War in the front line spot. Breath of Fire coming back across the other way. The Glaive Throwers, the Glaives are continuing to bounce as well, as the Demon Hunter unsure of which units to target and attack. Melee damage not good against a swarm of Huntresses, even with their slight range. That 225 range eventually does make a large difference. Priestess of the Moon now getting up to 5.6, leveling up significantly there, springing the trap, and, well, catching many archers in that net. Meanwhile, we are looking at, well, the Goblin Zeppelin off over here. Glaive Throwers were trying to take down this Tree of Life, unable to do exactly that, as the mining was absolutely key once more. A new Tree of Life being built back in the center portion as well. Huntresses using the Fountain of Health at night to heal up pretty aggressively, and still more Moon Wells here. It's important to note that Moon has more Moon Wells. And with those additional Moon Wells, he's been able to bounce back much more consistently from each of those fights, and able to use the Moon Wells that are strategically or almost randomly placed all across the map to be able to heal whenever he needs to. Keeper of the Grove, the third and final hero, the counter to Starfall if that Priestess of the Moon gets to level 6. Entangle onto that Huntress. Shadow Meld there on the Priestess of the Moon. Demon Hunter may fall at level 3. More is the Demon Hunter, or the Priestess of the Moon was still absorbing quite a bit of damage. Keeper of the Grove could have problems trying to retreat all the way back and may end up easily getting surrounded here. And nope, does not get surrounded. The Keeper of the Grove able to dodge that bit of damage. More damage coming back on through. Huntress is trying to rack up damage onto some of those units, as we're looking at a Pendant of Energy being left behind for some strange reason, as the Keeper of the Grove is actually going to try and hide over here by the Fountain of Health, but still being pressured by a couple of Huntresses still. Priestess of the Moon putting in pressure. Glaives now throwing it down as well. Breath of Fire trying to take down some of these Huntresses. The Glaive Throwers, are they going to be able to do enough, as the Priestess of the Moon does get up to level 6? Starfall is perhaps on the table, but with the Keeper of the Grove the Keeper of the Grove now fallen, it now opens things up. However, the Priestess of the Moon down to 149 hit points. Is that going to be enough? Demon Hunter going to chase after as well. Orb of Venom on that Demon Hunter. There's another mana burn. It was Tech 2 evasion. That's the reason why the Demon Hunter's been able to stay alive for as long as it has, as more and more damage just continuing to get racked up. All right, double Scrolls of Healing going to get picked up for instantaneous healing party. And here we are trying to heal up some units and getting some damage. Staff of Teleportation. Demon Hunter down to 66 hit points. He's able to escape just in time, as that is going to be the game. LawLiet realizing with Moon's larger army, not much could be done, and Moon takes the victory. A beautiful game going back and forth, but Moon capitalizing on the fact that his opponent, well, didn't know about his hidden expansion. The resource score, perhaps very different. I'm not even streaming, but thank you for the sub. That might actually just be a YouTube sub, but thank you for the sub anyways, as things are getting underway. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about the game in the comments below. And, well, stay tuned for my channel for more WarCraft 3 action.